inspires me. It's evocative. You know, if someone unfairly throws you in a jail and locks you in a cage, it makes you want to get out. It makes you want to fight for your freedoms. We have, you know, really obvious forms of oppression, which we experience in everyday life. Any kind of discrimination or separation, judgment, injustice is going to make a person feel incarcerated or imprisoned. And that goes on every day, all day, and we do it to ourselves as well. We limit ourselves, we imprison ourselves with our thinking. Well, the fight begins when you're a child, doesn't it? My mother died when I was young, and my brothers having freedom to do whatever they wanted, and the girls in our family not being able to do what they wanted, that felt unfair. And the way that people treated you in my high school, if you were different, that felt unfair. I don't know, it was just it was a domino effect that ultimately catapulted me out of the world that I was in. What I did have was role models. You know, I was a big fan of the artist Frida Kahlo, and I went to the Detroit Institute of Arts all the time, and I saw her paintings and I knew her story, and she was a revolutionary. She inspired me, her life story inspired me. She suffered a lot. She fought against all odds and succeeded in many ways. Well, I can't say the exact moment I wanted to make the film, but I can tell you that there were moments along the way that started to make me feel that I needed to make a statement, that I needed to say something. On this last tour, the first concert we had was in Tel Aviv, and before we even arrived, there was the threat of war, of Israel bombing Iran, and was the concert going to get canceled or wasn't? Should we start the tour there? Should we not? You know, it was.
What did you end up deciding?
I said, we're going, we're definitely going. You know, the threat of war is not keeping me out of a country. Let's go to Russia, because Pussy Riot was on trial. I mean, that whole scenario was absurd too, that these three girls were put in this cage and put on this monkey trial, and, you know, for singing 30 seconds of a song that basically said that, you know, Putin was, you know, oppressing artists and women. And the sentence was supposedly 7 years. This was also, once again, unfathomable to me, and I just couldn't believe it. And I was thinking, how can I be of service? What can I do? This is against freedom of expression, the rights of an artist, the rights of a human being. I have a song called Nobody Knows Me. Nobody knows me. Nobody knows me. World is not so high. And it's about how we don't really take the time to get to know one another. And because we don't take the time to get to know one another, we make all our decisions based on fear. And when we make our decisions based on fear, that's when we give birth to bigotry, hatred, discrimination, intolerance. You know, there's a lot of corruption and a lot of poverty, and, you know, there are not favelas only in Rio. They're everywhere.
They're everywhere.
And we were in places like Medellin, and, you know, we were driving in cars that were very heavy and very slow. And I said, why are we driving in a bomb-proof car? And it's because you're a public figure, and, you know, everyone has guns here. And most people are apathetic. They don't think they have a chance to do anything about it. What's my small voice going to do? What's my small action going to do? What could I possibly do? And I'm saying, drop by drop, inch by inch, one person adding up with another person, it is a fight that can be fought and won. My country, 'tis of thee, sweet land of liberty. Land where my fathers died, land of the pilgrim's pride. From every mountainside, let freedom ring.
Democracy doesn't seem to exist anymore. Freedom of expression sounds like a catchphrase.
In what will go down in history as the greatest demonstration for freedom in the history of our nation. 50 years ago, a great American in whose symbolic shadow we stand today signed the Emancipation Proclamation.
I think he has no one to help him. I guess I'm lost.
There's too much beauty in the world going to waste, too much talent going unnoticed, too much creativity being crushed beneath the wheel of corporate branding and what's trending. This will be the revolution of thinking for yourself, of having your own opinion and not giving a damn what people say. This will be a revolution of inquiring further, of not worrying about winning other people's approval, of not wishing you were someone else, but perfectly content to be who you are, someone unique and rare and fearless. Let freedom ring.
Drink up, baby, stay up all night. Things you could do, you would, that you might. The potential you need, that you'll never see. Promises you only make. Drink up with me now, and forget all about the pressure of days the things